Greetings and salutations, listening audience, and welcome to another episode of Sweet Escape's Origin Campaign. My name is Whirlwind Gale, otherwise known as Gale, or Whirlwind, or your bastard DM for the day. And I am joined by my fabulous, wonderful, lovely players, players my beloved, adored people who I subject to this torment with me. Join us in the chat and say your names.
Excuse me, this isn't torment.
We came willingly and we're here to stay. We're dragging you into our bullshit as well as yours.
Ew.
It's mutual bullshit dragging, the arguably the best thing to do with your friends.
Exactly.
Anyway, introductions. Fucking go, homies.
Alright, top to bottom, I presume?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. Hi, everyone. I'm V-Well, playing a very chaotic, unsocialized little bastard. Geo-Cookie! Yip yip!
We
Wow.
love them dearly.
Hello, everybody. I'm Staria. I'm gonna be playing Sweet and Sour Berry Cookie. She's the tank.
She has
Just do it.
She's gonna try and protect everybody.
We're gonna have to wait a second on the next person in line. Oh, no,
Oh.
we're not.
Hello.
Cade, hello!
Cade, what up?
Yay!
Hey!
Oh god.
You're alive!
I'm back from the void.
Cade is
Hey,
no longer
welcome
dead!
I've been revived and I'm suffering.
Why you're
Why are we
fucking
here
hoe.
just to suffer?
Introduce yourself, homie.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kane, formerly trapped in the void. Also known as Stab Ebby Teeth, or just evil. Evil incarnate. Anyway. I play Honey Cookie. That's all you need to know.
Evil, you're a fucking marshmallow, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got the intimidation factor of a bag of feathers.
That's pretty true.
When people say, get me a coffee as dark as my soul, we give you white chocolate milk.
Shut up.
Alright. What up? I'm RJ. I play SG, Sugar Glass Cookie. Somehow, simultaneously, the eldest of this party, and also the oh god, what the fuck am I doing of this party.
I mean, I find that those two traits do tend to go hand in hand.
True.
That's
The elder sibling vibe.
True.
Yeah. And hey there, I'm Morskiez, also known as Morsky, and I'm playing Sugar Star Cookie.
Sugar
I
Star,
think she-
our beloved.
Beloved child.
And hello, like I said, I'm Whirlwind Gale. I'm your bastard DM for the day. I play literally everyone else.
By the
I am-
power of being DM.
I am
Long may they reign.
I am everyone. I am your fucking god. The world exists by my word.
And we are going to tease you mercilessly.
Amazing.
No, my god complex. It's broken.
What is a god to a funky little cookie?
What is a god to a non-believer?
Plus, I've got a bunch of funky
RJ,
little cookies.
I'm so hurt. My best friend, you say you don't believe in me? You wound me. I will never recover. You don't believe in me.
I do believe
How
in you,
could
just
you
not as
do
a god.
this?
I have a front, as your friend, I have a front fucking seat to how much of a guru you are.
For those of you who
I mean,
don't
I'm
know, RJ has known me since I was a sophomore in high school.
Oh wow.
wow.
Yeah, we've known each other for a while.
So he has seen how much of a dipshit I can be.
To be
Well,
fair,
you're
you
the
seem the
one
same
who-
as me.
Yeah,
To be
Mr.
fair,
pretended to
didn't
be
you both tell me
26
about
for the
the
first
Nutella?
few months we knew each other.
Excuse the fuck
Oh
out
my
of you. I didn't
goodness.
pretend dick nor shit. You guys made your assumptions and I let you.
No, you actively told us you
Yeah,
were in your 20s.
Yeah. Oh my god, people go on the internet and lie about things. But it was 21 actually, not 26.
Wait, seriously? I thought it was 26. Anyway, I have to
No,
fix that
not
in my
nearly
journal.
that old.
I have to fix that in my journal, because when I go back, that's going to be embarrassing to forget.
Oh, good. And also, didn't you guys tell me about, like, what was it, Plant Nutella story?
Oh,
I still
God,
remember
Planter
that.
Nutella.
We're not talking about Planter Nutella. We've got D&D to play.
Yeah, we got
No
some
Planter
fucking
Nutella,
D&D.
no bench donuts, no randomly found food
Oh my
bars.
goodness, there was literally okay, that
Yeah, there
makes
was more
sense.
than
I
one.
even-
There was more
Oh
than
my
one.
good.
There was bench
On
donut,
site,
there were
it's-
backpack bagels. I have a weird history of just RPG character food habits, okay?
You know it's fair,
Yeah,
but this
uh,
makes me die even more because of on-site. Anywho,
Yeah,
we were
anyways, D&D
gaming.
time.
We
Yeah,
We got
time.
D&D to play, motherfuckers.
D&D
Yep, and
time.
we are on a short time frame today. So,
Woo!
me and RJ roasting each other, check. Everybody introducing themselves and being lovely, check. Let's get into it. So let's
it's
summarize.
time to kidnap a cookie from the castle.
Is it really kidnapping?
It's not really kidnapping. You guys are fine.
I mean, no.
I mean, we could put him in a sack if you guys like and kidnap him, but I don't.
No, we're not putting anyone into a sack.
Yeah.
No one is getting put in a bag. Stop it. No bags.
Let's not
I mean,
do
the
more kidnapping for the time
Petrarch
being.
collection goes in a bag, but that's what they're built for, you know? The
Yeah.
rest of us, not as much.
Does anyone have my map?
Uh,
Well, it's probably in game art.
I need
Oh,
my
it's not.
map.
There it is.
It is in game art.
Where's my map? There it is. Okay, so ignoring the dot on the map, and sorry for those of y'all who are listening later, you don't get to see the map because I can't fucking edit.
bless.
Exactly though.
Oh, wrong chat.
Yeah, boy.
I'm a dumbass.
No, but it's
I put the map that we actually drew the path on in game art.
Yee, thank you.
Yep.
Starting from the castle and making our way around. Making our way downtown.
Walking fast. Walking faster, probably soon.
All right. I need to stop stalling. So, basically, let's summarize what happened last session. Last we saw our heroes, our beloved. God, that really has just infected my vocabulary.
You're welcome.
Actually, it's not your fault. It's the fault of me watching the Dream SMP. And getting way too involved in that fandom. But also partially you, let's be honest. Anyway,
RJ helps us pick up a lot of language.
RJ is a fucking language infection. Language sponge. Contagious. Motherfucker.
It could be.
Like I said.
You're doing wonderfully, RJ. Keep at it.
Now let's go.
Yes.
Go,
So,
anytime.
Get on track.
So basically, last session, y'all had been sent to investigate, He Who Funky, little orchard area, because, y'all are starting up a kingdom. You need food. You can't live on what was in the kitchen forever, so you need food.
Can't live on rocks, which I'm still devastated by.
Sorry.
F in the chat.
Not all of us are
lads.
built like that.
Yeah.
Geo, you're built different, honey. You're just built different.
To us, but you're different.
But in your investigation of the orchard, you found that there was, dun dun dun, people.
Oh god.
Oh god, the scary.
The horror.
And also a whole lot of cake, and not like the fun eating kind of cake.
I don't think there's a lot of fun eating type of cake in this world.
Well, don't question it. Anyway,
Okay.
so you found people and cake monsters, and that wasn't good. And then you decided to kidnap the person.
It was a mutual.
I mean, to be fair, Sweet Cream basically did ask us, hey, can we do that? And we were like, yeah, we probably can.
Yeah, because I
Then we
needed a
And then we
plot.
did, and it went off without a hitch.
I needed a plot for that
Right, then.
episode that didn't involve getting you into combat with a monster I hadn't made a stat sheet for yet. Leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, to be fair, looking at the
Fairly
giant
easy to
cake
just-
man, I don't think
Yeah,
we'd survive
true.
against him just yet.
True.
You're not gonna survive against a man who has a giant fucking hammer and can smash you even flatter than you already are.
Yeah, probably not.
So, you know, fun times.
But anyway.
We
Anyway,
kidnapped the dude, and then we brought him back.
you
And
kidnapped the
then we
bastard.
got lore.
You kidnapped the bastard, you got some lore, you came home. Or, well, no, you kidnapped the bastard, you came home, you got some lore. Sweet Cream had a little bit of an existential freak out, but it's fine.
She's incredibly valid given the circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drama all of the time.
Our main fucking exposition NPC being a biased narrator is perfectly valid and fine and good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
God.
Definitely.
It's really not, but go off, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it really isn't.
questionably fine.
Let's see what else
Unfortunately,
happened.
It's not.
Some weird, funky, bad dreams were had.
That's true.
Everyone was slightly traumatized by what they found out about the outside world. That was fun.
Except for Star. Star was
Star
wrestling.
fell
Star was
immediately.
sleeping like a baby. No one else, just Star though.
So often.
Star was like, Star was like, we don't know enough about this, and that's fine. We have the time. And then she slept like a log. Everyone else, I'm so sorry.
Star,
Which
our
was so
beloved,
different.
the only sane member of this party. But anyway, since
I'm-
that very eventful day, several days have passed. Several weeks, actually. You've all been kind of just bumming around the castle, helping build up the village, and you guys aren't the only cookies in the area anymore, because as you guys have built up the kingdom and got the first sort of facilities of the village back up and running, you know, you've got a lumber mill, you finally managed to clean up a bit of an area in the sugar quarry. You know, you've got, enough that people can get by. There's a jelly bean orchard, whatnot, what have you. You guys have, relatively managed to get the kingdom up and running, and as you have, people have come from where they have hidden their own little places to hide. And, cookies are a people built on community. So, with the notion that, hey, there could be that sense of community again, people were drawn towards you. And as you have been working on the village, as you have been working on your own individual things, you've had time to think and practice and whatnot and what have you, and you have leveled up. You are now no longer level 2, you are now level 3. Yay!
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yay for being level 3! Yay for being level 3!
Which means we get different,
Progress.
and we're gonna
Yeah,
get
boy, level 2 spells.
I'm so very much companion.
I got subclass.
Do 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 do. Anyway,
Everyone has subclasses now, but we're stronger and more capable. Well, we're not more capable. We're still a bunch of dumbasses, but we're stronger now. Even if most people in the party still
Fine.
have a negative strength modifier, guys.
I'd say you're definitely more capable. You're just not more competent.
I'm going to tell you right now, Star is probably never gonna have a positive strength modifier unless she gets an item for it.
Bless.
She
Bless
has
your-
a minus 3 to strength, I'm sorry.
Oog.
Bless your cotton socks. But anyway, it's been a couple weeks, and there was something else that Sweet Cream had asked of you, and she had been nervous about it, but when you got the He Who Funky exposition dump from our buddy that you kidnapped, Red Licorice, when
Our
we
buddy,
got
our friend, our pal.
our buddy, our friend, our Palorino, our dude,
Sorry, Tum Tum Dog.
our home slice bread slice dog.
can- Public with you all.
Fuck, now I've lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
She asked us to go on another quest.
She did. She asked you to follow the information he had given you about where other people he was working with might have been. And that is where you are now.
We are now on our epic quest to befriend them. I mean, find out what's going on.
We're off on a new venture, la la.
La da da da
Campaign
da
has
da
finally
da.
begun.
We're gonna find so many new rocks.
No,
We are! We're gonna find so many more new magic items.
more friends.
And,
that
In the interest of saving time, and because I don't fucking know how to do fucking wilderness travel, because I'm a dumbass, we're gonna say that you guys have actually, you've been traveling for a couple days. You plus new party member, so 6 of us. We've been traveling through the forest for a couple days now, and we've finally reached the foot. It's multiple
Base.
mountains.
I
This
think,
range.
yeah, it's the range, the foot of the mountain range.
Right. So we've reached the, we'll just call it the base for now because my brain doesn't like the idea that it's foot, but whatever.
Language is wild, man.
Language is fake. Words are fake.
can be-
Words have
can
no
be whack.
meaning. The things I'm saying
Words are a
now,
social construct.
the things I'm saying
mean,
now are
they
just
are,
sounds
they
that
do
happen to mean
communicate.
something to you specifically. If somebody didn't speak English, they'd have no idea what this meant. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah, mountain.
yeah, we have finally, after several days' travel, because I'm time skipping over it.
Do we get to meet the king of the mountain?
No.
Spoilers. Anyway,
There's spoilers for that?
he who,
Wouldn't
motherfucker.
you like to know,
Knowing
Weather
what's
Boy?
going on.
I'm just gonna say here and now, Geo has been having the time of her life because of her features, she can't get lost.
Yeah.
And so she's just been having the best. The others might be having some problems because she will just bring an animal back with her sometimes.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
get the
be real
feeling,
with you. Star's just gonna be excited about that. She's gonna help you with that.
Oh god. I think at the it's like an alternating between SG, Barry, and Honey. Just like, no, you can't keep it. No, please put it back. Please, no, please. Why do you have a blueberry bird? How many blueberry birds do you have in your pockets?
You find
What do
one
you
with
have? What do you have in your mouth?
You find a blueberry bird underneath Star's dress.
But you will have it at one point where you just like go, okay, empty your pockets, empty all of them, and she will just keep on pulling out more and more blueberry birds from her pockets into the pockets
God.
under her hat. And when you think you finally got rid of them all, then Star's dress suddenly tweets.
Oh my god. At some point, there's so many that she starts flying.
You are not a Disney princess, Star. Get your feet back on the ground.
Are you sure about
Okay,
that?
all of you take a point of inspiration because this has had me fucking wheezing for the past few minutes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
boy.
Point of inspiration all around.
Question: What is Licorice's opinion on the friends that Geo and Star bring back?
Good question. God, see, this is the problem. You guys got attached to the NPC, and now I have to make opinions for the NPC.
I have zero sympathy for you because you've done this to me.
When? When have I ever
Sometimes you
this?
just
Raph.
be that way.
What? Okay, Raph doesn't count.
Raph absolutely counts.
No, he doesn't. You were attached to him the same as I was.
Oh God!
And I mean, that has to start somehow, doesn't it?
Fight me. Anyway, he's
It's in the D&D tropes. Of course, would get attached to the NPC.
Exactly. What do you think happened to the rest of us?
I am a gay fool with a soft heart, okay?
You know what? Fair, valid. We appreciate you all. At the same time, oh God. Anyway, how would Licorice feel about the constant barrage of animals? Honestly, kind of indifferent. You gotta understand this guy works with cake monsters most of the time, and one of his buddies has a habit of just occasionally just bringing home more of them. He doesn't honestly
I can't wait to meet them.
More of them.
He honestly doesn't understand why y'all aren't just giving up and letting Geo keep her pets.
We can't feed them all.
Yeah, we don't have the resources to look after a menagerie.
As much as having a swarm of blueberry birds could be useful, it's a swarm of blueberries. Come on.
Back at the castle, you have probably maybe established the farm because, like, Geo has just gone, that's a candy flush sheep. It's mine now. Okay.
Oh my goodness. And Star would have like helped put up pens and stuff, and it's like, so you need to have resources of this and this if you want to feed them, and
Very beloved.
I kept
pretty
feeling
sure
that
we
was
know
part
of
of why
Star
the
Beloved.
village progressed so quickly, was just because Geo kept bringing home animals and fuck, we need more resources to feed them. Okay, fix more buildings.
God. Quick before the animals overrun everything.
For the weeks, Geo did just, as I've said before, just like she went off into the woods for like several days on end, just covered herself in like she was burying herself in the brownie battered dirt and twigs and rocks and trees, and she would just come back with resources and also a pet that she tried to smuggle in. She was really bad at smuggling them in.
But if I remember right, V Wild, your subclass, you do get to keep one of these animals.
Yes, which we did actually talk about. She hasn't found the specific animal yet, but because none of them have felt quite right. But she has been looking.
God, I'm fucking nervous. I'm like, what animal is she gonna get?
I know, but I'm legally not allowed to say anything. Just know that it's gonna be great.
I have a couple guesses.
Oh boy, wonderful.
So, why don't you tell us about how you found your pet?
So you all know at this point that Geo does just sometimes when you guys are hunkering down for a little bit. Geo goes on a wander. Geo just goes missing very briefly. She does let you guys know she's going off on a wander. She does get that look in her eyes. And sometimes she brings back new rocks to crunch on, or little facts, or something nice and shiny. Sometimes she brings back a small army of blueberry birds. Or,
Yep.
or a
Did you
cake,
manage?
or a cake boar, or a gummy worm.
Did you manage to bring
something
back
else.
new pet rocks?
She will have. She will have. She's still so confused why you guys aren't eating them, but she's accepted it. But there is at one stage when you guys are out on this adventure, you do see Geo start getting more curious about something the further you guys are going, as though something's almost calling to her. And then on one of your breaks where you've all settled down for camp, she does just go on her disappearance a bit longer than usual. And then there is the most absolutely delighted giggling.
Do I even want to
God.
turn around and look and see what you brought?
Oh dear.
Star is making excited squeaky noises. New friend!
Yeah, I've just got. Well, what have you got for me?
So let's back up a little bit. So on this wander, Geo, you're kind of, bopping around, wandering through the woods a little bit around the campsite, doing a bit of scouting, and you find an old cave. It's a shallow cave, it's a low cave, but it's an old cave, and something's moving around inside of it. There's just sort of a low snuffling sound.
Oh, you had her immediately at Old Cave because you know what's inside old caves. You can find history, you can find really nice rocks in there. And then she hears the snuffling and she just is, oh. As she's just like getting very close to it, just sticking to one side and just like poking her head in very carefully from around the edge. She's not going to go charging in straight away.
Inside this cave, it's rather low light, but I'm going to say you can see because we do need to save a little bit of time here. It's rather low light, but in the sort of dim twilight that's still sort of creeping through the entrance, you can see a smallish figure. Definitely not small. Like, if it was up on its feet, it would definitely come up to your waist at least. It's very round. It's very round with fluffy dark brown frosting fur and big red cherry ears. And it's just sort of snuffling, curling up in its little nest, and it almost looks sad. It looks like it's supposed to have people here, but there's no one here. Why are you all alone, little creature?
Please be reminded that SG said they weren't allowed to take anything with a family.
God.
Gio's looking at this. This little guy hasn't got a family. This little guy can have a family! And she doesn't charge in, but she does just shuffle in very carefully. So she's very much being heard, but she is just like, yep, no, she wants this one. This one feels right. She wants it.
And this creature that was, just kind of vibing there, it looks up, and it, like, tilts its head at you. And it doesn't make any noise, it just kind of looks at you like, huh?
This is far better than several reactions she's had with animals in the past, so she is taking it as incentive. And she is just beaming the brightest, happiest, sunniest smile she can. And she's just like, hi there! Oh! Do you wanna rock?
And this creature is going to stand up, and yeah, it actually comes up to about your chest when it's standing and not, like, flopped over on the ground. And it's going...
She loves it. She loves it already.
It is going to snuffle at the rock in her hand. Just... and then it is going to eat the rock.
There are two of them.
Oh my god, two of them.
Fuck's sakes.
Oh my god. She found her rock eating buddy.
My head is in my fucking hands.
Two of
It's a
them.
match made in heaven.
Gio's eyes are...
Hey, I mean, it won't be hard getting food for them.
Gio is practically sparkly-eyed at this. It's just something has settled and it feels fully right. And she is going to... It's surprising. Compared to most other animals, she has literally just lunged forward, picked them up, and then just run back to the others. Kind of forgetting, oh hey, ooh, maybe not a good idea, but be free! And chaos. This one, she's actually very gentle with. She is gonna try and pick them up just because I find this hilarious.
Roll strength. I
Alright,
have something cute to do if you fail.
okay. That is a 6. She fails.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
So you wrap your arms around this creature, trying to pick it up, and it just kind of huffs, and then it sticks its nose under you, slides you up, and now you are sitting on this creature's back, and it is lumbering out of the cave.
And that's when the giggling starts, because she's so delighted. She's got a friend, and they can carry her. Maybe they can carry the others. Oh, this is brilliant!
Oh, fuck's sake.
Have you got a name? I'm going to give you a name.
Alright, on the front too.
You're going to be called Rhoda, and I love you. And she's just like, she's reached it down, and she is hugging her new companion, just very, very happy, just giggling. This feels right and amazing, and she's got a rock crunching buddy. This is the best day ever!
Oh goodness.
And can we get a vote from the rest of the class? How do y'all feel when your friend comes out of the forest riding a bear?
Oh my god.
As she doesn't immediately turn around, as she's like, it's gonna be a cake. It's gonna be a pupcake. That's not a pupcake!
I think this is amazing. She's running over and she's like, "Can I ride too? Can I ride too?"
Come on up! It's me! I found a bear!
Do I like roll acrobatics for this to see whether she can climb?
If you'd like.
God.
That's
Barry
a
is
17.
just like-
Yes, you have a star behind you, Gio.
Barry is just
Also,
like
star is petting the bear friend.
Bear friend proceeds to flop down and lie down. I think, I don't know what the stats are for bears as steeds, but I think this bear can only carry one person at a time right now. It's still a very young bear.
Okay, that's fair.
Gio is
Getting-
just,
Depends
Well,
on
giggling.
what kind of bear you're looking at.
it's a black bear. It's a black forest gatto bear.
Oh my fucking god, I'm going to throttle you.
Motherfucker! She has a bear!
Honey is just stunned silent, like, oh, that is big.
SG has pressed its hands together, like, why? Why have you done this?
Barry's just like staring. Also like it's a mix of why does she have a bear and how did she manage to get that bear to stay with her? What?
And you guys hear something that you haven't heard before. Because Red Licorice genuinely laughs.
Accomplished.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to get that one away from her.
I guess not. Like, how? Gio, how?
They're so fluffy, Gio.
I found her in a cave, and she's on her own, and so now she's mine, and her name is Rhodonite, or Rhoda, and I love her! She's mine!
Well, I guess you're right about that.
Rocks!
Hi there, Rhoda.
Rhoda is going to sniff you, Barry.
Barry is gonna like do the thing where like you give a hand for them to sniff.
Sniff, 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 sniff. I don't know if bears are like dogs, but I do know that animals like to lick things, so your hand is going to get licked.
Yes. We do not understand bears, we do understand this is not Toon logic, cookie logic. We can have the puppy relation.
Yes. Good. Yeah, she's gonna if Rhoda's okay with her, she's gonna pet that head.
It's a very fluffy head.
You are never
good.
gonna get Gio away from her bear ever again. This is the best thing that has ever happened.
Honestly, even if Honey was planning to, they would not know where to start with that.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
As she-
Barry isn't planning to, but also, oh, that's a bear. That okay. That's the you chose. Okay, you get a bear now.
SG by this point has dropped into a crouch, elbows propped on its knees, and its hands like kind of pressed together, resting its forehead against them, just like staring at the ground like, why is this my life?
Sorry, SG, but I can say the other sugar sibling is having the time of her life. Definitely petting Rhoda.
And Red Licorice is still kind of snickering, and he says, "Yeah, no, that one's that's a Black Forest Gateau Bear. It's a kind of cake monster. We actually haven't been able to tame any of them, so this is actually pretty impressive. But yeah, once they like someone, they don't leave them alone."
Oh, I guess that's the new companion. Oh, Geo, you do. We're gonna have to need to feed her.
She's like me! And Geo just rummage, pulls out another bit, a nice bit of rhodonite, and then just holds it out to, like, Rhoda again. She is absolutely, she's not stopped grinning this entire time. And she's holding out another bit of nice rock to her wonderful new cake bear.
And Rhoda is going to, like, she looks very sleepy right now, and she's just going to blink, blink, nose forward, crunch, blink, blink, yum, nom, 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 nom.
What?
So
Okay,
there's two
okay.
of them
There's
now.
2 of them now. Okay. Well, I guess that's
2
one
of them.
less. 2 of them. And I think Barry will turn to look to Red Licorice and just like, did they all do that?
He is just staring. He has stopped laughing now, and he's like, "That's not normal. That's definitely not normal.
Okay.
Does this kind of stuff happen around you lot a lot?"
Will you just excuse me for a moment? And SG is gonna walk 30 seconds into the forest. Roll perception for me real quick.
Oh my goodness!
Okay,
Star, what's your perception again?
Wait.
That's a +1.
Nope.
17 plus thing.
Nope. Okay.
It's 20, yes!
Hang on, give me a second. 17 plus 4. Should I also roll for Rhoda?
You can roll for Rhoda. So, Licorice, you think you hear something? You're not quite sure. Barry, you don't hear shit nor dick. Everyone who rolled above a 10, you hear muffled screaming.
That's what I thought.
Oh my god.
Whenever SG comes back, Star's just gonna, like, do a small, SG, you holding okay? Like, you holding up alright?
You're in charge of looking after the bear, Gio. And you will help her, Star.
Okay,
You have done this to yourselves.
thumbs up.
There is the most delighted noise from Geo of she gets to keep this one!
But, no more. Just the bear, nothing else. You've got your animal now.
I don't think we can keep more.
Okay,
We have limited resources.
this is hilarious just because I want this just to be amusing. It's you say no more and Geo nods, and then you just kind of see Geo from her pocket just pull another blueberry bird and just nudge it on, just like, be free, little one, be free.
More of them.
You know what? I'm gonna say, for comedy's sake, this bird has gotten used to being in your pocket and will just flutter down and sit on your head.
Oh my goodness.
Eventually, it will leave.
2.
Eventually, it will leave. This is not an animal companion. Eventually, it will leave. But for now, it is content.
Animal.
Friend.
2.
God. But yeah, just Geo is besides herself with joy on multiple levels, and this is the best adventure ever!
Does anybody else have any scenes that they want to do before we get to the mountains?
I think I'm good.
I can't think of anything.
I'm good.
All right. Then, a few days after Geo's new friend, after our beloved Rhoda is
Are
ended,
you
is-
friends?
is added to the party, you guys reach the base of the mountains. And Red Licorice actually moves to the front of the group, something he hasn't done the whole time because he's squishy. He kind of moves to the front of the group and he's like, alright, where did they put it? And he's going to start looking around at the mountain, and y'all can roll perception while I roll investigation.
Alright.
Wait, that's one of the curse dice. Hold on. I need this one.
That's a spelling.
Oh no, honey got a nat 1.
Perfectly average, as all things
Please.
should be. What's your modifier again? SG?
What are we rolling again? Perception.
Perception. Oh, that's fine.
Perception.
Star does not
Yep.
perceive.
Perfectly average, as all things should be, but that's still 17.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Rogues, baby.
Rogues, beloved.
All right, should probably roll for Rhoda as well
Yep,
because I have.
You now roll for 2 people.
Yeah.
you now have a bear.
You now have bear.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I'm good at this shit.
Oh, nice.
Your bear is better at spotting things at this particular moment.
Yeah. Gio's busy hugging them.
So y'all are kind of watching this guy walk around, and Rhoda and SG, you notice when he finally finds something that seems a little out of place, because this is a very rough-hewn, natural-looking mountain, right? But there's a little carving in the stone of the mountain in one place. It's sort of 3 concentric diamonds. And he's like, there it is. He presses it, and there's a click. And then the grind of stone against stone.
Ooh.
And you,
Casually resting a hand on the hilt of its sword.
and you watch as part of the mountain seemingly folds in on itself and opens into a tunnel.
Okay.
Secret
Spooky.
tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
I'm so glad I was the
Tunnel.
only person thinking of that. But she just kind of whistles lowly, like, damn, alright then.
This thing is several times taller than you, by the way. This doorway is like several times taller than you.
Enough
Wow.
for certain
Star,
thing
I
that-
don't know if cookies can get starry eyes, but Star has starry eyes.
And
Barry has not let go. Barry definitely has equipped her shield at this point.
Red Licorice will sort of roll the boulder that was in front of the opening mechanism back into place and be like, well, you wanted me to show you where we were going. This is where we were going. Welcome to what remains of the Cocoa Kingdom.
Okay then.
And he's gonna start walking down the tunnel, whether or not y'all are following.
SG's head snapped up at that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I can fucking imagine.
Alright, okay.
Is
Hands are
anyone
now on the
paying
hilts of
atten-
the daggers. As
Hey,
it
has
follows.
Yeah, is anyone paying attention to Star? Because she was just, okay, goes to follow.
Yeah, SG is keeping an eye on everyone. But is now holding onto the knives instead of the sword.
Yeah, Barry is just she's alert. But definitely like, oh, that's a destroyed kingdom. Okay.
Honey looks very worried, surprising no one, and follows along.
Gio is incredibly curious because, hey, if it's inside the mountain, that's really cool, and maybe they'll have even more rocks, and also just like geology and archaeology and all of that. She is so curious. She is just like spurring on Rhoda. She is ready to explore.
Yeah, Star's very curious too. Like she wonders what was left behind. Is anyone staying there right now? Cause Licorice did mention one of their companions is there.
Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh
Mm-hmm.
boy. Yeah. I'm sure they wonder.
I'm so sorry, but like you don't need to hum. Just tell us something's gonna happen.
But where's
Boy,
the
oh boy,
fun
I
in
sure definitely
that?
wonder.
Listen, law of conservation
yeah,
of detail
yeah.
has already spoiled that something is gonna happen for us here, so
Yeah.
it's just like on edge, visibly on edge.
I kind of want to draw this at some point. Like we got Licorice going here, like, all right, here we go again. We got Geo and Star like excited. Just
Then
let's
the rest
go,
concerned.
let's go. And then the rest dreading what's ever there.
Yeah. So y'all are walking down this tunnel, and the tunnel, as far as you can tell, seems fairly bare bones. There's carvings on the wall, but it's too dark once the cave slides shut behind you, or once the entrance slides shut behind you, to really see any of them. It looks like this place might have once been lit by lanterns, but those lanterns have long since sputtered out.
Well, we have one person with dark vision.
Yeah, I've got torches as well. I'll pull one out, light it up.
You don't actually have to do that. So Star has her staff out and she casts the light cantrip on it.
Oh, that works
so,
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me. All right.
You're gonna have to
Wizards,
strike.
baby.
You brought this on yourself by having this party.
I just chose you because you're the people I'm the most familiar with. Leave me alone.
I love you too.
We love you wholeheartedly. You are an absolute delight and we treasure you.
Yeah.
So you light up your staff, and on the walls there are carvings of, in fairly like geometric patterns, seemingly focused around lines and diamonds. They're these sort of Art Deco looking patterns, carved around images of what you can only assume is the history of the founding of this place.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Oh.
Because it shows a cookie in a crown made of diamonds, leading a bunch of other cookies into the mountains away from a big scary dragon.
Oh.
And then inside the mountains,
Dragon friend.
No.
it shows them building up. It shows them building up the houses, the infrastructure, the land, and then you see an image. There's a carving of two strange figures, not quite cookies as far as you can tell. They're definitely not rendered in the same style as the other cookies, but two figures, one wearing a beautiful dress and carrying a scepter that almost looks like a key, riding on a crescent moon, and the other holding a pair of swords that look like the different sides of scissors, but also look like the hands of a clock. And together they are striking down the dragon, and the dragon falls over the mountains, and as its body decays into the earth, you see the image of the mountains being built up further around this city. And then you have reached the door at the other end.
Can I, knowing what I know about the history of the Koho Kingdom, can I try and identify those figures? Because I think I know what they are.
Roll religion.
Okay, what's your
And
religion
Star
modifier?
roll religion too, because she would have tried just reading about history and stuff
That's pretty
in
good.
general.
That's pretty good. That is 17.
That's good. I think that's good enough to get it, given that you have done research into this kingdom. You recognize these figures, simplified as they are and as weathered as the carvings are by age. You recognize the figures of the Star Maker and the Memory Keeper. The Star Maker and the Memory Keeper were the two patron gods of the Coco Kingdom. The Star Maker was goddess of magic. She was born the first time the moons aligned, and the stars followed her command as she was their queen. She ruled over the nighttime, over dreams and moonlight, over wishes and stars, and the magic that ran through the island's very core. And it was in cooperation with the Memory Keeper, the deity who rules over the flow of time and the memories of all who live in this world. It was with their help that they struck down the dragon that had been terrorizing the Coco Kingdom long, long ago. The two were seemingly opposite. The Star Maker was known for her calm, her general kindness, her maturity, whereas the Memory Keeper was known for being relatively more mischievous and more immature, but also more active and prone to helping, because they liked to interfere in the story to feel like they were part of things. And this was arguably their biggest act of interference. With a 17, that's all you get.
Can Star roll a religion too?
Go ahead. You might have a higher DC. Yeah. So you know roughly the same that Sugar Glass does. I will remind you all that you have points of inspiration if you want to waste it here.
I'm gonna answer a question.
Sure.
On the dragon, I know I, as a player, know a little bit about the dragon because, hey-ho, geology, geography, history. Could I roll history for Geo to see if she can get the lore on what exactly happened to the dragon?
Go ahead. This is your area.
Give me 2 shakes of a rabbit's tip. Oh! Hey!
That's good.
Oh, what deets do we get?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out!
The nat 20? Yeah, it's nat 20. What's the modifier?
Yeah.
What's the modifier? What's the total?
Nice.
It's a +2, I think, so that's a 22! Lucky number!
Hell yeah.
All right. Good numbers, good rolls. So, Geographer, you're looking at this picture, and you kind of cock your head to the side, and you're looking at it, and then you look not at the picture itself, but at what it's carved into. Because the stone here is weird. It's not 100% stone. There's something organic about it. And you realize, as you're looking at it, that this is a giant piece of bone that you're walking through. This is a giant piece of rib bone from something that died a long time ago. And
Can't believe we're walking through the dragon, friend.
Not a 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 friend!
True.
That's basically
Definitely not a friend.
And as you're looking at this, it has a structure similar to some of the honeycomb candy rocks you've seen around, but again, it's organic. It's petrified, certainly, over many, many years. It's been definitely processed, and it definitely has the same qualities as stone, essentially, but this is bone. And you realize, looking at the picture where the dragon falls dead over the mountain and then disappears and the mountain grows larger, you realize that once upon a time, these were actually rather small mountains. Once upon a time, these mountains were maybe just a low couple of hills. But something happened. You can only assume this dragon that was terrorizing the place, that got killed by the weird people with the moonlight and the clock and whatnot and what have you. You can only assume that what happened was they killed this dragon. It fell over the mountains and it decayed. over time it decayed and it became part of the earth. Its flesh became the land. Its bones became the stone of the mountain, and the mountains grew. And you remember that these mountains, in some of the maps you've read, were called either the Spine or the Dragon's Bone Mountains. And it was all dependent on what kingdom the maps came from. Maps from the Kingdom of Coco called it the Spine. Maps from everywhere else called it the Dragon's Bone Mountains. And you realize that the reason for that is probably because the spine of the dragon is what made the peaks. And given that you're walking through it, you can only assume that the dragon's bones, the mountains themselves, were carved into to make the kingdom, that these people lived inside the mountains, underground. You can only assume then that they would call this the spine because the spine was the structure that kept the entire place up. The spine was the structure strong enough to act as, well, the backbone of the kingdom.
Holy shit.
Nice.
I love that. I love how you've said all of that, and it is amazing. Geo has full on just... She's sprawling on Rhoda's back and just whispering this all to Rhoda with almost reverence as she's saying it, as she's doing all of her ideas and her postulating about these petrified fossils and what she knows. Because she did any maps that Golden Crystal had, who used to have her room, yeah, she's gone through all of those. She's devoured as much information as she can on this sort of stuff, and she is so happy. This is amazing. She's going to be trying to find at least, like, if there are any little rocks off to one side, she is going to be pocketing them. Because these samples are amazing. This is amazing!
There are definitely a couple pebbles that you can pick up that are little fragments of bone that have chipped off over the years.
I have a
Geo
quick
eats
question.
bone.
Is there a rock-shaped bone
Rock-shaped
just
bone.
around?
I mean, literally, you cannot tell from the shape of this that this is bone.
Great. Star's gonna pick one up. She's going to ask Geo, hey, do you have a suggestion for a name?
Skeletor.
Oh, bone.
From the void, there is Skeletor coming into our mind.
From the void, a voice whispers Skeletor.
And so Skeletor has joined the Petrocks.
Wait, I can actually do this in a fun lore-related voice.
Oh.
God.
You hear a soft ticking in the back of your mind, and then Star, something whispers in your ear. How about Skeletor?
Star's like, yes, it's perfect. Thank you.
Oh my god, the gods themselves want to freaking give the rock army.
Yes. Skeletor is in the team.
I can't
Fucking
believe
hell.
you're keeping track of all
Can we
of
get the DM inspiration? Is that something we can do?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have inspiration.
Have an inspiration point whirl from all of us.
Point of appreciation.
Yeah.
Actually, because I have done that, anybody want to roll perception? It is a really high check, but roll perception for me real quick.
Oh,
Oh my fucking god!
what did SG get?
That's many, baby!
Oh my god.
I got a dirty 23.
I got a 5.
Yes.
Okay, so SG is the only one who gets it so far because the check was a 25.
The only other person who could make that is Cade!
Which makes sense
I'm
because Cade is a cleric. By which I mean,
Wizard casters, yeah. Wisdom casters, yeah.
by which I mean,
And religion.
So SG, you feel a presence here. You can't really put your finger on it. You can't really nail it. But there is something powerful that is still here. That's all I can tell you.
That's SG.
Oh my
Considering you get a nat 27, you're gonna hear Star whisper while looking at the Dragon Bone Rock. That's a perfect name. Thank you. And she tucks Skeletor away.
God.
And
You know those like comedic shudders that start at the feet and like judder the line art all the way to the top of the head? It's like that.
SG, when you hear Sugar Star say thank you, you can hear very, very faintly in the back of your mind the ticking of a clock and a soft giggle.
Okay, all right.
Sure, the gods themselves.
Boy, I can note down. Star briefly spoke to a deity. Lovely.
And the deity said Skeletor.
Yes!
The gods themselves for supporting the rock carving.
In the back of
Fucking
my
hell.
mind, we hear.
Fucking hell. Christ.
I can't breathe.
God.
I'm going to be thinking about this forever.
Yeah.
Living my best life, lads.
Yeah, I'm literally just sitting here, girl. I'm literally just sitting here, guys.
I need to take a breath.
We're just sitting here.
I am sitting here and I've got my hands pressed together because I'm just like, I love this so much.
This is amazing.
That's three incarnations of this character I played games with now.
And you haven't even met her properly.
No.
Yeah.
Goodness, gravy gracious. All right.
Already.
Yeah, anyway.
With that successful existential crisis set into motion, how far ahead has Licorice gotten in this shenanigan moment?
So Licorice is already standing at the end of the hall, and as you guys kind of catch up with him, he says, "Okay, real quick, before I open the gates, we gotta set down a couple ground rules."
Oh?
Okay.
And
Alright.
he's actually going to go over to a sort of a box that's hidden over in the corner, pop that open, and pull out a couple of lanterns. And he's going to hand them to each of you. And he's going to say, "Alright, so, couple warnings. I get that you have your light cantrip, and that's
Okay.
very useful. You're doing amazing.
Star looks very happy at that. I want you to know.
You can roll insight to see whether or not that's sarcastic."
Let's go. Advantage.
What the fuck is my modifier for this?
I've also got to roll.
Is this motherfucker sassing my sibling?
Slightly.
Holy bleep, not
That's a nat
20.
He is being slightly sassy, but also slightly affectionate.
Star is taking that as a win.
Very much, the tsundere, I'm
Oh my
acting like I'm
God.
being sarcastic, but actually I mean it.
Nah,
Heck
soon
yeah.
away. Soon.
I act like I don't care, but I secretly do. Anyway,
Christ. Alright, okay. So, ground rules. What are they? I assume they have something to do with these lanterns.
you're going to want to keep these on you at all times and keep them lit. Do not go out of the light. If there is a place where the light does not reach, do not go in.
Okay.
Alright.
And Gio, in answer to your question, he's gonna give kind of a sly smile, set his own lantern down, and then hold his staff out to one of the darker corners just inside the gate. And you see something reach up and snap at the staff, like claws, before he pulls the staff back. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Okay,
What
then.
kind of thing is that? What do I roll to try and identify that?
Roll Arcana if you want to try and get a look at that.
Can
I'm
I roll
rolling a crown,
Arcana?
too.
You can.
not
You can
great.
also. I can say you guys can make a
15.
roll for either Arcana or History.
Go
I think-
both for a +6 for me,
Oh,
and that's a
history
12.
history is much better. It's a dirty 20 on the
They're about
history.
the same for me.
I can try again.
19.
'cause that's
Barry
just-
finally rolls well.
Another person. I'm trying. My brain is not letting me see his. There we go. Nice. Okay. Several people are getting. There we go. I'm just gonna also. I'm just for humor's sake. I'm gonna roll for the goddamn bear.
Watch as the bear
Somebody's
gets a
session
nat
hasn't
20.
been that great.
What kind of roll is history? Is it wisdom? Is it?
It's intelligence.
Wisdom is intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, history is intelligence. Gesundheit.
Ow.
So is Arcana, by the way.
So intelligence is a -4. This bear is dumb.
Dumb
Oh.
She's sweet, but she has no brain.
And besides,
affectionate. Music.
maybe she's never been here before. She was alone in the woods in a little cave.
She's
I
sweet,
mean,
but no brain.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
There is the sound of rocks tumbling in that mind and just love. That is all there is. There isn't. Wii music doesn't exist, so you just get the noise of just small avalanches of love.
Bless.
There is no thought behind those eyes. But anyway,
But much love. But yeah, anyways.
So
so
got
Still letting
two
dogs
dirty
laugh.
20s, a 19, 15, and a
okay.
9. 2 9.
So
We got
SG, Geo, and Barry. From one of your study sessions, you remember a book. Well, let's see. SG and Geo, you remember this from a study session. You remember hearing about these shadowy creatures created in the wake of the Memory Keeper and the Star Makers battle against the dragon, right? These shadowy creatures that were one of the greatest dangers to the Cocoa Kingdom during its founding, because while the dragon was decaying, everyone was trapped inside the mountains and constantly beset by these horrible creatures that feed on fear and live in darkness, that threaten to devour anything that steps into them and plunge them into a state of terror from which there is no waking.
Oh boy.
Right.
Yikes.
Geo's just gonna nudge Rhoda away from the shadows. Yeah, she's not letting go of her lantern.
SG, you have a primary source on this because you're staying in Dark Coco's room, or in Bittersweet Coco's room. You,
his journals with me.
you do.
Oh, nice.
And in some of the later entries of those journals, there was a talk of a shadow plague, a talk of lanterns that slowly stopped working, a talk of a kingdom lost to fear and darkness that slowly fell into a sleep from which there was no waking, of people who died simply because they were too afraid to leave their homes, too afraid to leave the little bubble of light provided by the fires they could light within their houses. You read of looking for some kind of light, some kind of way to purge these shadows forever, but they were enhanced, they were made stronger by the same magic that was plaguing the other kingdoms, the same magic that poisoned the orchard, that destroyed the kingdom of crystal. It strengthened these creatures. They fed on the fear of a world gone mad. And they plunged the kingdom into darkness. And they called it the Shadow Plague.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, how about we don't let go of those lanterns, huh?
Does the light cantrip do anything?
Light
For,
cantrip works roughly the same as one of the lanterns, in that it can protect one person.
Okay, that's good to remember. That technically means we have a spare lantern if something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, as long as you have a light source, you're fine. If you don't, well, we'll worry about that in a moment.
Lovely.
If you don't get one immediately.
Hee-hee-hoo-hoo.
If you don't jump on top of the closest person with a lantern and pray.
Yeah. if you don't fucking run for the closest light.
Yeah, if you don't,
Yeah.
Well,
If you don't, well, Star is gonna. How many times can you cast the light cantrip? I know it's a cantrip, but.
DST paranoia is real! Also, you can cast as many cantrips as you want. And you
Yeah,
can have
I'm
as many
just-
up as you want if they're not concentration.
Let's see, it is one action that of touch that lasts an hour. So, I can use that. Cool.
Yeah, you can just light every fucking thing if you want, because it's not concentration, so you have as many up as you want. And you can
It's
cast as many
good.
times as you want to.
oh god, okay.
I am going to remember that.
SG is immediately getting out their tinderbox and is lighting everyone's lanterns.
Star's actually gonna take a moment and hey everyone, pass me an item of yours. This will last an hour before I need to redo it. But
Wait. Hey, can I just ask? Does a bear count as an item? 'Cause
You
that was
cannot
probably-
cast light on the
No.
bear. I'm sorry.
Light, it has to be on an object that's no larger than 10 feet in a dimension.
yeah,
And it has to be an object too.
So you say
Barry will
Yeah. No, no.
hand the currently Barry's rapier is sheathed, but she will hand show her shield so you can make it glowy.
Gio's gonna
cool.
put her hat. And
Yes,
just I am just gonna say, you guys don't want a glowing bear? Shame on you!
I
No,
want
no,
a
no, no,
glowing
it's not that we
bear,
don't
but we
want a
can't
glowing
trip.
bear.
glowing
It's
bear.
that the spell wouldn't work on the bear.
Unfortunately, it's literally in the description. But
The heart
Gotta
wants.
be an
The
object.
heart wants. Hello.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so oh yeah, actually, if Licorice passes an item of his, Star will cast a light on it too, of course.
He will pass you a coin that has been strung onto a chain.
Okay, cool. That's glowing now. It is
SG
returned back carefully.
SG has unsheathed his lantern. It's a rapier, sorry, and we'll offer that. They're just gonna be walking around with this in its hand. They want to be ready for if something jumps out.
Understandable. You now have a glowing rapier. Congratulations.
Hey Barry, you said that you gave the shield to be lit, right?
Yeah.
So when Sugarstar, when you cast light on this shield, it doesn't look like your usual magic. It starts looking like your usual magic, but then the light turns pink.
Huh.
And the heart-shaped crystal in the center of the shield glows and pulses, almost like a heartbeat. Wonder what that's about.
Okay.
Anyway,
Can Star
Slightly
roll
terrifying.
Arcana?
you can. It's a really high check, though.
Come on, let's
We're-
go.
we're all-
Nope.
It's not
No, that's a nat one.
That's a 7.
You guys both rolled a 7. Jeez.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a lucky number.
Your shield is
Sorry,
being
sorry.
weird, that's all you know.
Yeah.
Star's trying her best, man. She's probably just focusing on making sure everyone has a light, though, just in
Are we all
case.
Are we
I
all
think
allowed?
Barry has chalked it up to a funky weird artifact from long time ago. It's probably magic. I don't know about that much magic yet. He's only starting.
Geographer, if that was an arcana, this sure is magic.
Yep, indeed. So this isn't Geo's area of magic. Geo's area of magic is rocks and crystals and breaking those open for magic. This is a
In
shield.
nature.
This is a shield. It's just no.
It does have a crystal in it, but not the, like, don't need it.
SG's done some research into magic in as far as, like, looking up the dream shit that the Cocoa Kingdom did. Outside of that,
Geo
Understandable.
focus on rocks she can crunch. Geo does focus on other rocks because those can be important and valuable.
Honey, what are you doing?
Oh, I was going to say that Honey did hand the Heart of the Gardens their spellcasting focus to Star as well for light. Does that produce the same effect, or well, a similar one since it's
Yes, actually, but it seems like it can't decide on a color for a moment because it flickers red light, then green, then red, then green before finally settling on a soft white color.
whoa. Caramel dances fearfully in the corner.
Yes. Can I roll an Arcana on that as well? Because that's just suspicious.
You can, but again, it's a high check. This is not magic you could have learned in a library.
Dang it, nat one again.
I think
Oof.
that would probably have been Honey, actually. Thank God. That
Are we? What are we rolling here? Are we rolling Arcana or Insight?
Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. I got more than the wizard did, at least.
You got more than a nat one.
And
Yeah.
I mean, if you also
Not once
if
in
you
a row.
also want to roll test the spear over, yeah, Star can light that up too.
Uh,
Light
if-
I
up
like
your
that.
magical artifacts today.
Yeah, it's Geo was gonna pass over her hat, and then decided, oh wait, I have a spear now. Okay, and just like passes that over instead to have the light cast on it.
And again, there's this weird thing. Star, what color is your magic?
Star, the color of Star's magic is blue. It kind of goes from light blue to navy blue.
Mm-hmm. So there's this moment where the aura of light around the spear is a light blue, right? But then it's almost like a pulse, and then it turns golden. And again, it's flickering almost, kind of like a candlelight, but almost more like a heartbeat. And you now have 3 items that are doing the same thing with different colors of magic.
Hey, here's a thought as well. Star's going to light up an extra item on her. And she's going to light up the emblem of the divines that she's got. Same brain cell.
Here's the weird thing. That one stays blue.
Oh.
Does it change the shade of blue?
Yes. Instead of the sort of pastel blue of your magic, Star, it turns the same blue of an early morning sky.
Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What do I have to roll for this? I think you know what I'm rolling for, but what do I have to roll for this?
I don't actually know what you're rolling for, homie. DM it to me.
Yep, hold on.
Boy, oh boy.
Man, gotta love the fun lore things happening
Can I
tonight.
say, I find it so amusing that Red Licorice goes, okay, here's some lanterns, and we all go, oh neat, and now we've all just got rainbow colours.
Yeah, we noticed the caramel dancing, and then we just kind of caramel danced with it.
Yeah.
As we're traveling through the dark, unlit kingdom beneath the mountains. Ooh, wow, wow,
Fearful uwa-uwa-us.
Listen, you guys may have accidentally defeated all of my monsters, but that's fine. Anyway,
By the power of the light cantrip, because look, it felt really fitting with stars, everything.
Entirely valid. And RJ, you don't have to roll for that. It's a
Okay,
very
cool.
familiar shade of blue. Roll
Alright,
me a con
okay.
save.
Oh, fuck.
No, can I roll an insight
Okay,
on
well,
SG?
not bad. Oh, I forgot my modifier. Shit.
Oh no.
You have a
Well, it's not terrible. It's 12.
It's over a 10.
It's over a 10.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
going
no.
down. I'm
Can I
yelling
roll
timber.
insight? Can I roll insight on SG, please?
You can.
If SG goes
15.
down, if SG goes down, can I roll for Rhoda to catch them?
Either one
Sure.
of those two is good.
But let's cover what happens first, because the DC was 15. You did not
Oh,
reach that.
fuck. I would have had to roll an 18 or higher.
Oh no.
That's what you get when
This
you
is what I
roll
get.
shit.
This
is So- what I
get.
SG, you know that one eye of yours that changed color recently?
Yep.
There is a sharp tugging, not exactly a pain, but a pressure behind that eye, and your vision goes out completely. And then it's not completely out because you see faint auras of light around each of your companions and the colors of the items they're holding, and you see figures behind each of them. They're all outlined in the color of their own magic, and then the items they're holding, the artifacts that they're carrying, you see figures outlined standing behind each of the others in that color. You see a figure outlined in white that seems timid with a wavering silhouette that seems to be flickering between one nature and the next. You see a strong-looking figure outlined in brilliant pinks and reds standing behind Barry with their hands on Barry's shoulders. You see a figure with brilliant wings standing next to Geo with their hands on their hips, and you don't see anyone behind Star.
Fuck. Okay, alright, hold on. Hold on. Give me just a moment here. Oh boy, alright. Okay, alright. SG's panicking a bit. SG's panicking a little bit.
Hey, SG, question.
Yes?
Do you look down?
Yes. Like, they jump when the vision goes out and then the arms snap out, like, try and maintain the balance, and I guess they do look down instinctively to try and spot their feet.
Well, you see your own feet outlined in sort of the color of your magic, which, by the way, what is that?
It's purple. Not as deep a purple as the purple that they're wearing. Kind of more of a
Lilac.
kind of more of an indigo than a plum. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So you see this sort of indigo light that's sort of covering your silhouette, but you also see from the daggers belted at your waist a much richer violet color. And you feel a presence steadying you, and you kind of look up and over your shoulder, and there's a figure there outlined in that same violet, with a hand on your shoulder, who then flickers out of existence and disappears. And then you hear that ticking sound from earlier again, and it's like, oh dear, you must have picked up something you weren't supposed to. Let's put a little fix on that. And there's a snap, and your vision comes back.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
You
cool.
gotta love when you accidentally
Okay.
pick up lore.
okay.
Also,
Alright, okay.
hey SG, I think Star picked up your panic, and she's gonna
Yeah,
go
I
closer
think-
to you
I
and
think
just go,
everyone
hey.
picks up the panic, considering it's bitten off. What the f-
Yeah. Just Star is just, SG, is everything okay? Did something go wrong with the magic?
You alright, Sugar?
You good?
It's digging out the small steel mirror that it has in its pack, and is holding it up. Like, are both their eyes back to normal, or is one still yellow?
One is still yellow, and as you hold up this mirror, there is sort of a white diamond/star shape in the center of that yellow eye that slowly fades out of existence.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Uh,
Terrifying. Thanks.
Of course, request that you don't do that again. What the f-
Did I do something wrong? Are you okay?
I'm fine? That was strange and odd.
That doesn't sound like the voice of someone who's fine.
You really don't have to call me out like that.
Yes, he does. I, the player, am saying this.
Honey's going to very gently set a hand on Sugar Glass's shoulder to try and steady it a little bit. Like, oh, you're okay. You seem okay to me. Are you? What happened? Did something happen?
How do I put this into words that make sense? My pauses a moment to try and collect its thoughts before it continues speaking. And then it goes, when you cast that spell, everything went dark, and then, I could see, but I couldn't see, if that makes sense. I could see you all outlined in your soul jam colors. I assume it's your soul jam colors, same color as your eyes. But there was someone behind each of you. It's not you, looking at red licorice, but everyone else. Except for you, Star.
Red Licorice is a protagonist.
Red Licorice just kind of waves a hand and is like, "It's cool, I know what I'm about."
Here, and they like describe the figures. And then they turn to Star again and they go, there wasn't anyone behind you. And the person that was behind me steadied me and then vanished. And then I heard a voice.
Oh.
Terrifying, thanks.
Yeah,
That's
just
right.
a bit.
Actually, I'm gonna say there's a ... I know I heard a voice earlier. They
Yeah,
helped name...
yeah,
Yeah. Oh.
I heard that too. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Huh.
Are you okay?
Star is looking at SG, thank you. Like, she's worried. She's going, oh no.
I think I'm alright. Don't do that again though, please.
I can cast light on other items next time. I'm sorry.
Sweet escape. The Sugar Twins hear God.
I can't believe we have a cleric in the party, and the cleric is the one who hasn't heard God yet.
It's the wizard and the rogue! For the love of God!
I can't believe...
God.
I feel like Honey at least knows about, the Star, I forget the name for a second, Star Maker, because of, like, reading on moon magic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, otherwise, like, Honey doesn't know shit about religion, and that's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Honey, my beloved.
This whole team is doing amazing.
Yeah.
Barry just keeps getting shit raw on that stuff.
Yes. I'm gonna say, on the part of Geo has just been looking at all of this. This is weird stuff. This isn't. You don't get this when you crunch on rocks. This is just all stuff.
You get it when you accidentally pick up a rock that you're not supposed to, and this is why I didn't want that to happen.
Rock you're not supposed to get.
One day Geo will have that happen to her. One day Geo will have that happen to them, and then we'll find out stuff. But I think what Geo's done is, like, when you described that there was being behind them, because I'm asking this to Whirl, would Geo know what Golden Crystal looked like from her reading, or would that be something that was out of her reach?
Roll history.
Alright. That is a 21.
Woo!
21? All right.
Nice.
Yeah, you actually do know what golden crystal looks like because it's not like, the rooms were completely devoid of any pictures of anyone, and Golden Crystal was actually a bit of an artist. They had a tendency to sketch pictures of things that they and the other heroes did together, and so there were a couple pictures in their room on the walls, almost lovingly displayed, of good times spent with all of the heroes. So with a 21, not only do you recognize the description of Golden Crystal, you recognize the descriptions of Lily of the Valley and of Wildberry, and you have a sneaking suspicion as to who the figure behind SG could have been.
We are getting so much lore today, lads.
Process of fucking elimination as well.
Yeah.
Process of elimination.
Look,
Room.
also looks at who's missing. Haha, this is fun.
Also, wouldn't Honey be able to recognize it as well, considering there was a painting of all of the
True.
rulers in their room?
You would.
True.
Yeah, oh boy.
Lovely.
You recognize
I
the
mean,
sort of description of the silhouettes from the portraits that have been that were hung up in Lily of the Valley's room.
Honey's just sort of looking at their one and then just sort of subtly tries to check over their shoulder.
There is nothing there.
Good.
Geo is not being subtle at all when she's trying to look up and just see. It's just she's curious. I mean, come on, this is someone who would have been like her. This is someone who knew crystals and rocks and stuff. But yeah, no. She is also gonna get off Rhoda and just direct Rhoda, because Bear does follow commands. It's just like, yeah, if SG needs something to climb on for a bit of stability for a bit, just like rest your head. You've got Bear now. You've got an emotional support Bear.
Yes,
Emotional
good.
support there.
Rhoda, the team emotional support bear.
We
Thank you
love
for
them
putting
so
a bear
much.
on Suicide Watch.
Yes, it's. I mean, seriously, it's big, it's fluffy, it's full of love. You've got a bear
No
now.
thoughts.
Oh
I
man.
replaced all of the thoughts with love.
If I had a nickel for every time we've repeated something from a Critical Role campaign, I'd have 2 nickels.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, seriously?
Campaign 1 too, yeah.
Me, who hasn't even gotten through the first episode of Critical Role.
It'd be like that, don't worry about it.
The bear was unintentional, but by God, I'm rolling with it.
Well, what was the first thing?
Fucking... I referenced Long May He Reign earlier. Which is Molimo's catchphrase, or one thereof.
Oh. That doesn't count. That was made in reference to me, and I'm not a character.
Anyway, steamrolling ahead with a bear on emotion.
Yeah. SG will take a moment, like, lean against the bear a little bit, give a small scritch, and then, actually turn a star and go,
You have, Pure Cream's, wand, don't you?
No, it's this emblem, and she'll
yeah, yeah,
unhook.
sorry.
Yeah, she'll like unhook it from her scarf and like bring it a bit closer so they can poke at it.
I wonder why I didn't. Because you said, turning back to Geo, you said that the others were the other heroes. So. Why wasn't he there?
I don't know. I don't.
Well, why are the other heroes here to begin with? Maybe if we know that, we can know why he isn't there.
And
And
to
you
add a little
said-
question from the shadows, why did one of them disappear so quickly?
I was about to say, Star
Yeah,
was gonna
true.
say that. And why did Bittersweet Cocoa disappear so quickly too?
Bittersweet Cocoa! Bittersweet Cocoa! Oh my fucking god, he's fucking dead!
I mean, on a technicality, they're all fucking dead.
Yeah, I'm also just like casually gotta love how both of the sugar sips have the oh hey, your guardian, whatever, I don't even know what to name this. They disappeared.
Or
This
one
is
of-
fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
goodness.
technically all of them did!
True. True.
Somehow the sugar twins are both outliers. Somehow.
At that point, it's just Sugar Star. It's just sugar. Sugar's the anomaly.
Oh, honey.
it's the sugar.
Sugar.
Goodness. Alright. Well, SG has calmed enough that they're once again, like, stable, again, and is holding out the rapier again with the light again, still on it.
Yeah.
Lantern lit. They want as much light as they can get, thank you very much.
Yeah, by the way, now that I can actually say it, when you all like light up the lanterns, the flame inside is a light lavender color. And now that that has happened, I can say that SG, it's a lighter shade of the color of the figure that was supporting you before vanishing.
Great.
Funky
okay.
fun time.
Oh, great.
Ah, okay then. You
Alright.
really gotta love when you unlock the forbidden lore.
Want the lore early.
I mean, to be fair.
RJ
I-
speed ran their turn to be the main character.
Yeah, I did kind of do that.
Campaign.
I swear everyone else is gonna get a chance to be main character too.
I'm like frantically trying to pass off the main character stick, but it keeps hitting me in the face.
Because you picked up the magic thingamawhat's-it!
I did.
Can I just?
It's your turn now. You'll get to rest later while we suffer.
Yeah.
I find it so funny that it's like that writing meme of all the different categories of you're the chosen one, and there's just some of them going, okay, and there's SG going, please, dear God, no, I'm tired.
Take this from me.
And now you have learned your lesson. Don't pick up weird glowing things you find in fountains.
Okay, I will.
It's okay, the rest of us can.
We'll
Yeah,
crunch
someone else do that next time.
We'll crunch on it, don't worry.
Don't do that!
You will just straight up eat it.
She will eat it. Star will add the rock to her rock collection, as is right in the world.
God.
Alright, but we've sidetracked enough
Yeah.
on
SG is looking back at Licorice like, is there anything else we need to know before we head in there?
crisis over. Let's get back on.
And he kind of clears his throat and he's like, yeah, so, you guys done having your existential freak out?
I hope so.
No.
Cool. Everybody got a bit of light?
Yeah.
Star raises her staff.
Whoa.
Alright.
Actually, can I say that she, like, through some fiddling with the thread on her staff, she's managed to hang her lantern from it?
Fair enough.
That's cute.
Yes, that's such a good aesthetic. Just the lantern hanging out from the staff.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you guys are gonna want to do in the city. If you're looking for Ruby, he's probably in the castle, but without further ado. And with a very theatrical bow, he, knocks 3 times against the frame of the gate, and it swings open into an empty and abandoned city.
Oh boy.
So can
Another-
I say that Star
Let's
said
hope
open
this-
sesame when the knocking happened?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Let's
I
hope
have-
this isn't a literal ghost town.
Another full body shiver.
Get it.
Can I do something stupid?
Oh no!
Oh boy.
What's
I
you
will
know?
put you back on the bear.
1 second, we need to take a quick break.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, valid.
I'm gonna head off and I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll be back in.
Oh, I have my tea here, so I'm just gonna take a sippy.
I'm gonna mute while I crack open another can of Coke.
Mm. Welp. Gotta
Well-
love this funky lore we sure got today. Oh my picking goodness.
I see now. I'm curious as to whether Bittersweet Choco, Bittersweet Cocoa vanished so quickly because light hadn't been cast on the blades, or if it was something else. I hope it's the blades thing because I really don't think we're high enough level to handle it or something else.
That worries me. Okay, then cool.
Okay, back.
I'm worried. Hi, welcome back. I'm on my end, my theory is I don't remember if we were told this in game or is this just from what I read on the lore placed here in server. How there's a theory that, or it was said that Sweet Cream sealed himself off with the sorceress. So
Pure Cream.
me,
Pure Cream did that.
yeah, Pure Cream. Sorry, keep me mixing them up, but
Could be like
yeah,
that.
I'm me pointing at Pure Cream. Hey, are you still alive by any chance?
Oh god. I sure fucking hope so, considering I think I got part of his soul.
Yeah, I'm like, sir, are you still alive? And then me seeing how Bittersweet Cocoa disappeared. Like, sir, are you still alive?
Hee hee hoo hoo, secrets anyway. Everybody get back in here.
I don't know anything about the OG game. I'm just like, sir. Also, hi, welcome back.
We've gone so far off the rails with the OG game, it's actually hilarious, and I'm giving major props to Cass for this.
Yeah, but this has been a ton of fun to play, okay?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun so far.
I'm
You're
glad.
absolutely
Thank you for putting up with all of our chaos.
I'm glad y'all are having fun. This went way off of my plans. Oh god.
Sorry.
We are thoroughly in the fucking zone of I am improving this shit. I don't even have written plans for this episode.
Oh my god. You're
Understandable.
doing an incredible job of doing improv.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
back.
great.
I'm back.
Also, welcome back.
Alrighty.
How much screaming are we doing?
a decent amount. Also, when we're all back, should I do the stupid thing?
What stupid thing do you want to do?
Roll
You
back.
know Geo and how she reacts around buildings.
Don't take
Oh
a
my
bite
goodness.
of Ghost Kingdom!
Whoa. You're going to
Oh
make
my
us freak,
goodness.
gonna make us freak out even more, Geo.
Geo, I can say it is very inadvisable to bite the buildings here. You will get sick.
Do you remember what happened the last time I tried to bite a building? Did you forget what happened?
Geo
What
probably
almost happened?
you met this cookie, but you can all see how the second these buildings come into sight, the very eyes of awe, and the teeth are just coming out as she grins.
Yeah,
I'm going
Barry's
to pick you
definitely
up,
putting a hand
Gruff.
on Gio's shoulder and just like, not the time.
Yeah, SG picks you up by the scruff of your neck, by the scruff of your jacket, wherever the fuck, and puts you on Rhoda's back. Like, no, do not. Don't do that.
Star
No.
pulls
No,
out
now-
like a hidden extra rock that's like kind of crumbled, not part of the rock collection, and hands it to Geo. It
Yeah,
is
I
a
think-
piece of hematite.
Nice.
Yeah, at this point, I think all of them have just pieces of rock to appease Gio.
But
Gio's entire
Time to
urge.
train your Geo.
Yes.
everyone roll me not proficiency. Everyone roll me perception.
Let's go
Proficiency.
perception
That's
check.
pretty good.
17.
19. 7.
Why is Honey getting bad rolls?
16.
Honey, beloved!
Oh,
Dice Stars
Honey.
just stop being mean.
I think Honey has gotten like one good roll this entire.
Honey, bless your
Oh,
cotton
no.
socks.
Honey, my beloved, I'm so sorry.
Nice. So we've got 21, 19, 17, 16, 7. 16, 15, 7.
All right. So the DC was, I believe, a 15. So, Honey, I think you're the only one who doesn't see anything. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh.
Honey, my
Honey,
beloved, we will get you
Honey.
your spotlight eventually, I promise.
Honey is probably in the middle.
Yeah, Honey,
so
you're in
they
the
don't
middle,
see
and
anything.
I would say it's still kind of dark in here, but I think actually what happens is you are blinded by the sudden presence of light.
Oh.
Because you guys
Huh.
are all still carrying the artifacts that have had the light cantrip used on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you know how they've had that heartbeat pulse glow?
Yeah.
That pulse grows stronger, and then there's a flash. And the lanterns in this plaza that you have walked into, they all light up. All of the streetlights light up. There is a wretched screech of as the,
Holy bleep.
as the shadows are
Oh,
purged
God.
from the edges of this plaza, and then from the city beyond as this light catches. And
Oh.
Light
Red
cantrip,
licorice-
my picking beloved.
Red Licorice blinks and says, I have never seen them do that before. What are you people?
Star just shrugs. Ourselves?
We're just cookies, right?
At the moment, a little blind.
Honey, my beloved.
Not my fault. I'm calling it right now. Not my fault. Whatever this is, I'm the only person here who cannot use magic. This is not my fault.
I didn't do anything though. Like, I mean, apart from the light cantrip earlier, but.
So you watch as this light that you guys have brought in spreads. And even though the light cantrip is supposed to last an hour, as this light spreads, catching from each lantern, from one street light to the next, from lanterns hung from the front of buildings, as it catches and spreads, the light from your artifacts goes out until finally the light reaches a castle up in the distance, higher than the rest of the surrounding area. And it doesn't illuminate the castle, but you can see the castle now, and everything around it is illuminated.
Interesting.
Oh,
That's an amazing image. But also,
A
hey, what's in
wonderful
the
way
castle?
To let Red Licorice's friend know we're here.
yeah, like SG just kind of presses its hands together and just goes, we've just announced our presence to every fucking thing in this city.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't like
but
to
also
say hi
there's
to
no
people
pressure
anyway.
anymore.
Say again?
Okay, so just, well, I mean, we did want to meet whoever's here anyway, so,
Not like this.
Do you think if we just hide in a building for a couple of days it'll go away?
I
I don't think we really want that. And anyways, we're just trying to talk at the end of the day. We'll see what happens.
and it would be easier to move around with all the light.
Yeah.
Okay, keep your lanterns and shit lit in case this does go out.
At least we don't have to worry about the shadow monsters.
Doesn't seem like it.
Like you said, this
Very
never
nice.
happened before. Did anything like this, like a lot, happen before?
No, the opposite, actually. We've had a hard time trying to get any of these streetlights lit.
Huh.
Is it? Mm,
Do any of you know the light cantrip?
no.
Star,
I
you
have-
get a very flat look.
She was actually asking Licorice. That's
Yeah,
any
no,
of, like,
you get a very flat look. This man's is a
The
wizard.
cookies of darkness. No, the light cantrip.
Look, it's a spell. She can ask. She's just like, okay, that answers that.
SG actually puts like the ring of the lantern in its mouth really quick to pull out a book from its bag and leaf through it. It's one of Bittersweet Choco's journals. And it like leaps through it and starts trying to find where it found mentions of the Shadow Plague. And kind of hums thoughtfully.
Yeah, you note that what was happening was as the Shadow Plague got worse, Bittersweet Cocoa was trying to use his magic, his soul magic, to keep the lanterns in the city lit, and one by one, just he lost the strength to keep them going.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Well, this is fun.
So would you guys like the word picture of what the kingdom looks like
Hell
now?
yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, we love you and we love your word pictures. Oh, heckin' course we do. Lay it
Give
on
us the deets. Yeet us the deets.
So you are now standing inside of a hollow mountain. All around you are buildings hewn from the stone that makes up these mountains. All around you are buildings seemingly carved from the earth itself. Their windows are cracked and broken, but look like they may have once been beautiful works of stained glass in shades of purple and lavender. And there is this theme of concentric diamonds and stars everywhere. Carved into the ceiling are images of the moon and stars above. You can hear the ticking of clockwork from somewhere inside the kingdom, almost an ever-present ambiance. A slow, steady tick, 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 counting off the seconds. You can hear gears turning, you can hear water running, you can hear faintly, distantly, something bubbling and hissing. You figure you don't want to go that way.
We fucking reactivate the destroyed kingdom?
Maybe.
Possibly.
There's a
Light cantrip by Pecking Beloved.
I
There's
don't think this is just light cantrip at this point.
I know it's our items, but you know,
there's a
it's
dry
our
and empty
items.
in this plaza you're standing in. There's a dry and empty fountain, and going out from this plaza there is a walkway leading along what, when you look up, you can see is the part of the spine that made up the dragon's neck, because here the bones are exposed. Here the stone has been cut away to show the structure of the mountain, and they are leading up the neck to the castle, which you can only assume is situated inside of the dragon's skull.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Huh.
Alright, okay.
Can we investigate the fountain to see if there are any spooky rocks there?
If there's any shiny rocks in that fountain, someone else can pick it up. Someone else can do it this time.
Yeah, I'm like, I raise my hand.
Yeah, Barry's like, I can look at the fountain if you don't wanna.
Can I roll perception then? I believe that's a perception.
That would actually be investigation.
22.
Okay,
I think
cool.
it's the same. 22, baby.
Let's see, investigation is a +4.
I got a 16.
That's a 15.
Oh, nice.
Is that a nat 20?
No, not nat 20, but damn close. Investigation, right? So
Yeah, that's intelligence.
General?
Nice.
I got a 22.
Oh, honey got
Nice. About time.
Fucking superb, honey. We love you.
Finally, honey gets a really good roll.
Yes.
I'm also gonna roll for funsies. I'm gonna roll for the bear.
Oh my fucking god.
Roll for the bear.
Oh my
Now-
goodness.
Investigation again. Is it int or wisdom again? Just
That's int.
all right. Ha! I love this bear with its wee music. That's a 12.
So, you guys are.
Hey, wait, yeah. Could I make a request? I forgot about that. Star got a 20 on her portent.
You have to do it before you roll. Because you do
Yeah.
hurt
Dang.
instead of roll.
You gotta replay.
Never mind then.
Yeah, but you guys are investigating this fountain. For most of you, it just looks like a fairly normal fountain. It's dry, it's dusty as hell. There are a couple spider webs. That's nice. But, honey, you kind of take a closer look at it, and maybe it's kind of because you're more of a detail-oriented, meticulous type person. You notice that there is something sparkly about the bottom. It's not shiny or glowy, not in the way that SG described whatever the hell it was they picked up. But the bottom of this fountain, it's inlaid with jewels.
Honey's.
And as you take a closer look at it, you recognize from your studies, you recognize the phases of the moon. That are inlaid into the bottom of this fountain.
Interesting.
It's really neat. Honey sort of, since this place has been abandoned a long time, I'd assume there's some dust, and Honey sort of brushes it away and just runs their fingers over the gems and is like, oh, look at this. To the others. This is beautiful.
Oh.
Is that the moon?
It looks like it.
Yeah, I think that it is.
It's just gonna do a quick lap. Is it the same kind of layout as what is above its beds?
Yes.
Neat. Okay. Huh. Just kind of as an aside, huh? It's the same as on the ceilings.
Oh,
Is it a symbol? Well, I mean, I figure it's a symbol, but what does it symbolize? Other than the moons, I assume.
Quick question to the DM.
Quick answer.
Ha ha ha. So we know this is the what remains of the Cocoa Kingdom, right? The bitter Cocoa Kingdom. Do we know, and we know that each of our room belongs to one of the rulers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know SG is at the room of Bittersweet Cocoa, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And so Barry does indeed just turn to SG and say to them, you probably know more about it because, well, that was the kingdom of Bittersweet Cocoa.
Well, The Star Maker and the Memory Keeper were the two patron deities of the Coco Kingdom. Cookies in this kingdom tried to, and probably successfully did in some cases, commune with the Memory Keeper through dreams. One of the rooms in the castle in that apartment is set up specifically for that. But this and they gesture at the moon circle in the base of the fountain is on the ceiling in that room and in the bedroom.
The phases of the moon also have to do with the moon magic itself. That
Yep.
Full moon
Honey,
magic.
you did get a 23, so I can add one more detail for you.
Oh yeah.
You take an even closer look, now knowing that, what SG has told you. You take an even closer look, and there are lines of prayer inscribed around each of the moon phases. Each one has a different prayer to the Star Maker written around it.
interesting.
Honey's just sort of quietly reading some of these to herself.
Huh.
It's just gonna take like 5-10 minutes to quickly scribble all of these down in a notepad somewhere.
And one last note. As you are reading over these lines, and as you get closer to it, the waning full moon phase, the one that comes just after full moon,
Waning Gibbous?
that one.
Yeah.
Kind of flickers with a light faintly. Like it's like a flashlight trying to turn on with low battery.
Hey, Star.
Yeah.
Hey, Star, you have your light. Just
Oh my god, no! No!
I mean, do you want to suggest that to her? Cause she
I
can.
mean,
She
Barry
has.
Barry doesn't know this. Just me. I'm
Star
just
doesn't
gaming.
either, but
Yeah,
if
no,
Honey
Honey's the only one who knows.
suggests it-
Yeah.
Exactly. If Honey wants to suggest, then yeah, sure. So
Do it!
they need to suggest.
Honey's just sort of quiet and just thinking right now, and they start reading over some of the prayers on the flickering, the waning gibbous, and then they sort of turn to the others, and they're like, "This one's lighting up a bit."
Huh.
Lean
Should
in to
I-
take a look.
Yeah, also leaning to take a look because
Also leaning into taking a look like
Fucking Scooby-Doo style stack up on the side of this fountain.
yeah, I'm
Scooby-Doo
like
stack.
on that note, Star's gonna suggest, should I try using light on it, see what happens?
Sure, why not? It already did so much, so one more isn't gonna hurt. Is it
The light cantrip has been cast.
I'm gonna like Esther's like, oh shit, and frantically sits down.
I think straight up after earlier, because SG said please don't do that again. Like Geo is straight up gonna just like throw a hand over SG's face, just like block the light out. Just no, we're not having that again.
Aww.
Oh no.
Well, it's not quite as spectacular an effect this time. You cast the light cantrip, and it's like whatever was in this fountain recharges, almost, like it was drinking in the light. You actually honestly feel a little tired after you pull your hand away, and this time all of the moon phases are lit up very faintly, and then the waning gibbous moon phase is lit up bright enough that it casts a beam of light all the way to the ceiling, and you realize that the ceiling isn't solid. The ceiling here is some kind of crystal. It's a rich violet color. Geo, you would have to assume it's something like an amethyst or maybe a garnet. In this vivid purple color, and this beam of light goes up from the fountain and bounces and refracts through the crystal, creating a constellation of stars.
Oh, pretty.
Dang. I will say Star actually flops on her bum then because she feels a bit drained. She's absolutely gazing at that at the ceiling.
Are you alright, Char?
I you're okay. She's like, well, I don't know why, but I feel a bit tired after that. It's like it needed magic to recharge. So, it used mine.
Geo, love, can you take your hand off my face, please?
Oh, okay.
God.
Oh, that's pretty.
I've had the amusing thought, because we deserve soft. Geo has slid off of Rhoda to do this, and yeah, you know what? Hey Star, you're tired. You need a warm fuzzy blanket. Rhoda's coming over to sit on you.
Oh my goodness! You are going to get a squeak from Star. She's absolutely loving this.
SG looks up at the ceiling and then looks down at like pulls out and looks down at one of their blades. And then hesitantly holds the hilt of one of the blades just in the edge of the beam. Try and catch the light in the crystals that's in the hilts there.
A similar refraction thing happens where it almost looks like the crystal in your blade lights up and glows from within, like you've captured a star in it for a moment.
Barry is like looking up, then looks down, looks at Licorice, just like questioning look. Once again, like she doesn't say anything, but the question of "Has this happened before?" is still on her face.
Licorice is just staring at the lot of you, dumbfounded. He's got no fucking idea how you have done any of this.
As she puts the blade away, walks over, just claps him on the shoulder. Yep, welcome to the party.
I'm so sorry, Licorice, you've been adopted by the protagonist.
Yeah, Licorice is actually going to blink and then just put his head in his hand and is like, oh, fuck, I'm traveling with protagonists.
What's it throw off? Is it the fact we're literally carrying the 5 heroes' main weapons and shields and magical items and things?
No, it's the fact that you managed to fix what's been broken for literally centuries. As long as I've been here, this place has never looked like this. What the fuck are you people?
That's a good question. Which I don't think we have time to answer.
I believe we count as being cookies, like you are.
In our defense, we were only born like 2 months ago.
You what?
There's a nod. Yeah. There
Yeah.
was. We had
I
to
thought you
escape
guys
this
were like
one.
at least 100 each. What the fuck?
We
No.
were baked on the last night of the witches.
Yeah, there was this whole oven and everything, and we found these like vines with apples growing on them. That was weird.
He gets another clap on the shoulder.
Welcome to our life.
Welcome.
SG,
This
you're the
is
one
a
standing
producer
closest to
traveling
him,
with
so you hear a slightly distressed mumble of, oh fuck, I'm traveling with child protagonists. I have to be responsible.
You're traveling with babies.
That does draw a very loud laugh from SG right there.
I think Geo, on just seeing all of this, is just like just nudging herself forward and just trying to sneak a rock into like Licorice's hand. Of this makes her feel better. Maybe this will help.
Oh my god.
This nice bit of like fire opal. She's just she's literally just crouched, just trying to sneak it in like full on gremlin mode, just trying to be.
When you put it in his
Amazing.
hand, he like looks at it, looks at you, then kind of sighs and puts it in his mouth because it's cold, right? So ice cube principle probably works.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Geo slowly
Geo is-
converting the others into rocks. Both of the NPCs so far.
He doesn't
Very-
crunch it. He just kind of puts it on his tongue. Just
It is
like-
actually, it is cool. It is a nice, cool fire opal, and it does actually. It should work in that way, but you also just hear this very quiet, delighted gasp from
Oh my
like
god.
from Geo of we finally got like she's got managed to get two people to put it in their mouths. They haven't crunched yet properly, but this is a really good progress.
Oh my
Barry's
goodness.
head is in her hand. And she's just moaning. She's like, what have you started?
We can burn that bridge when we get to it. Anyway,
I think it's gotta get to us first.
that's true. And actually, on that subject, she's gonna take a look around and see what the hell they've attracted, because they've been in this plaza for a solid 20 minutes by this point, probably.
There's
that's
nothing
good.
Yeah.
here.
Perception.
There's nothing here. Okay.
Nothing here.
Not
Oh,
even any light.
You heard the screech as whatever shadow creatures were in this area were blinded and presumably chased off by the light that you guys created.
Oh, fun.
funky fun time.
Well, we should probably be moving on. Sugar Star, are you alright? You feeling any better?
Sorry,
Like,
bear.
Star is under a bear, but actually, to the DM, would Star feel any better?
Yeah, a little bit. There's still like the lingering bit of, oh, okay, I just had a lot of my magic taken out of me. Because, you recharged several magic artifacts, then you used those artifacts to recharge a city, and then you lit
This
up
is fine.
the prayer fountain again.
This is fine.
Cantrips are below. Cantrips are below.
Yeah. I
would you-
will say there's like a beat from Star, and like she'll convey. She probably needs a bit, but yeah, she can move on.
Gio, would you mind if Sugar Star hitched a ride on Rhoda for a bit, so that she can rest while
Oh.
we try to move on?
Oh,
Thank you.
And Rhoda and like Geo is just full on just done this little gesture with her hands and upsie, and she's just full on just encouraging Rhoda, just like yes, pick that one up and just have fun.
Now
So
it's
Star,
Star's turn on the bear friend.
Rhoda kind of like puts her nose up under your skirt between your legs, lift. You do a little tumble, and now you are sitting on a bear.
I'm just imagining like a backwards roly poly and then a plop, and she's here now.
I love her. I love them all.
So lovely.
Honestly, looking at the time, that feels like a good place to pause until next time.
Well, there was one more thing I wanted to do.
Oh,
Oh,
we should have time. Just about maybe.
We're just establishing where we're gonna be next episode, because Licorice is going to say, I don't know where exactly you guys wanted to go, but if you're looking for Ruby, he's probably at the castle.
That
Oh,
seems
Castle
like a good
seems
place
like-
to head next.
yeah.
I guess that's where that's our destination.
I think there is one thing that Geo is going to say, because Geo has been ticking away in their brain thinking about certain things, like their batch and what would happen if, like, Licorice met his batch, and she just goes, do you get along with Ruby? Is Ruby going to be okay with you here with us?
Licorice kind of thinks for a minute and says, Ruby and I, we get on better than... Well, we certainly get on better than him and Pomegranate. We don't get on quite as well as me and Poppy, but we get on fairly well. He shouldn't... Honestly, that guy is like 60% guilt complex by volume.
Star's just staring.
Yeah,
I
already
want you
know who
to
it is.
know.
That does draw an unwilling snort from SG.
Yeah, that makes Barry wheeze.
He's
And,
like 70 to...
well-
He's like 60 to 70% guilt complex by volume on a good day. I don't think he'll hurt you unless you directly attack him. So, like, don't do that. If you see an edgy looking dude with hair that really needs a haircut and scar through one eye, you know, whatnot, what have you, wearing pink for some goddamn reason, don't attack him. He's cool. But yeah, he should be fine with us being here, probably. Probably.
Thank you for the warning.
Okay. Hey, we can get on with our goal to say hi and talk or something.
Question why he's wearing pink. His name is Ruby.
Rubies are red.
Off color.
Because pink is a manly color.
Okay, yes, but if you haven't noticed, we have kind of an aesthetic theme, and he, like, gestures to his own outfit, which is bright fucking red robes.
Yep, and the big fucking red gem.
But anyway, I think that's a good place to leave off.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah!
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Thank you so much, players, for playing. We will pick up next Saturday with the next episode. I hope you all had a good time. Everybody say goodbye to the
Absolutely
listeners.
did.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
listeners.
listeners.
Goodbye!